Selzer here. Welcome to the line. You know, we found another great company that's really transforming the way we consume technology. If you're a small business today, for the last 10 years, you've been really confused about what your VAR or your tech guy was bringing you and all the investments he was asking you to bring. And there are a few companies that are really stripping down that informational barrier to become a partner, not a vendor, to really help the businesses today become and use technology as an unfair advantage in order to optimize business process, to do what it's supposed to do, to be a freaking tool. I've got Bill Dykema on from IT Savvy. Awesome name. You guys are really that next generation VAR, that company that is one of those companies that's on that bleeding edge, kind of leading the flag to say, hey, let's go back to technology being a tool that's going to help you grow your business, being a tool that's going to optimize your business. Is that overstating where you think the industry is going, Bill?
No, that's exactly right. I mean, the goal or the whole reason for our company is to not to just be a product fulfillment company, but actually be a partner and offer solutions, design help, as opposed to just quoting out products for our clients, and actually help them set direction and provide solutions that meet business needs as opposed to just kind of feeds and speeds.
I mean, and I really want to chime in and speak to that. Like, 10 years ago, if you were running a business, it seemed like every other week somebody was launching a new software platform, launching a new system, a new version of something that we had to learn to adopt, that we had to change our business process, we had to change the way we did business in order to learn technology. That reverse of that is really coming to fruition, right? I mean, the technology is customizing to optimize the business process. The technology is adapting to us rather than vice versa. Isn't that what the cloud, this mobile movement's doing? Don't you see that in the way we're transforming the way we consume technology today?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so what you're seeing today is you're seeing basically technology that really was developed at a consumer level in many cases, and that end users now demand in business, right? So you're basically you're no longer just being driven by an internal IT department. It's actually by business owners and by application owners within companies, and it's really part of this whole thing around providing a solution again, as opposed to just a product. And the idea that the solution you need might not be a specific product or software. It might actually be a cloud solution. It might be a combination of both. It might even be literally some kind of a managed type service, if you will. And to have the ability to provide each of those, and basically meet the client's needs as opposed to just pitching a specific product or specific part number is definitely a huge advantage.
And you guys have really taken that a step further in even in the title that you have at your organization. You're the vice president of advanced, what was it?
Advanced Solutions Group.
Right. So that you're really looking at re-engineering the way that your clients are using technology, using this in order to create leverage points for your clients. That's different than sending over lists of products and services that we're recommending. That is using technology as a lever. And this is one of the things that we've been talking about over and over on the show. It's a tool. It's supposed to be a tool. If you're not using it that way, then you're not using it for what's intended. And that's really the heart of what you guys bring, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it goes back to years ago. If you're a large organization, you bought a particular manufacturer, and we probably know who those manufacturers typically are. It's really 2 or 3 different companies, but as long as you bought a product from those manufacturers and you put them in your data center, you were doing your job. And today it really doesn't work that way anymore. It's really more about taking a hybrid type of protecting best of breed products or best of breed cloud services or services in general. And ones that fit the business and fit the requirements. So absolutely, it's definitely a different world, no doubt about it.
It's almost like before it used to be just about what technology we're consuming, and now you're helping these companies really understand what does the people and the process end of this look like? What is the optimization we're going to try to get out of the combination thereof? Because all those are going to dictate what type of solution you go after, right? I mean, you guys are really technology agnostic, more solution focused. And that's really where you have to go today to be the partner rather than the vendor. Talk to me about what that means to you.
Sure. I mean, there's, to be fair, I mean, there are certain, product sets that we like, as engineers, because obviously we have a lot of engineers that work for our company that help, put these solutions together. But having said that, yeah, I mean, that's based on experience. It's not just based on a product that we like to sell. It's really not based on even a product that makes us more money than another product, if you will. It's really about, providing something to a client that makes sense to have a longer term type relationship. And, for us, the part that we really like to stress, or the part that really clients come back to us, very often say they appreciate so much, is that we're actually giving them the chance to work with engineers, within our company that actually been through the same thing they're going through. They've actually built these same things. They've actually been through it more than once, so it's not just our first time kind of figuring it out. It doesn't mean that we can do everything for everybody, but for those things that we specialize in, it really adds a lot of value. Beyond, again, just kind of those, I'll call them box pushers, if you will.
Sure.
You still hear that phrase used today.
Yeah. Bill, we got you for one more minute. What is the one thing that you think is really going to, I mean, I know the cloud's overstated. I know there's all these buzzwords out there and big data analytics and all this. What's the transformational change if you're casting a vision for bars out there nationwide? What do you think that they've got to do in order to remain competitive in this cloud-based world where we're moving more into that? What is it that they have to do in order to be and create real value? I know you guys have done that by really truly becoming part of the solution and being a solution-oriented company. What do you think they got to continue to do?
Yeah, it's really, in my mind, it's really a couple things. It's embracing where things are going. It's not. I wouldn't say it's necessarily trying to get ahead of everything, by too many years, but it's just trying to keep an eye on what's actually happening and not, put the blinders on and do only what you were doing, 5 years ago. So it's really a couple things. It's embracing the clouds. It's embracing that whole move. But it's also embracing new technologies. It's things like hyper-converged infrastructure, which is not necessarily something that's completely new, but it's something that is probably as close now as it ever has been to becoming standardized across lots of different manufacturers. So it's something that's really happening where, you're seeing, storage and servers and virtualization converge into single products. Another thing is, and this is really just starting to happen, but there's no doubt that it's going to be huge in the IT world, and that is, software-defined networks. So we're already kind of past the point of virtualizing servers in particular. I mean, if you look at most of the data centers in the world, by far, almost all servers are virtual now. There's very few standalone physical servers out center. But it really hasn't happened yet on the networking side, in the switching, routing, firewall, those kinds of areas. But it's just starting to happen. All the major manufacturers have products, although I will say adoption is very new. I mean, it's really not, happening in a huge way yet, but there's no doubt that, 6 months, a year from now, it's going to be happening everywhere.
It's a brave new world, isn't it? Well, I'm glad that you guys are savvy enough to stay in front of it. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Sure. Thanks very much. I really appreciate it.